This is my master bedroom closet, and this is my guest bedroom closet, and they are not functional at all. So today, we're going to redo them. Let me show you what we're going to do. Here's what the back half of my house looks like. Here's the hallway that leads to the master bedroom and the guest bedroom, and the identical closets that are back to back each other. They both have the same door opening, and they both touch each other. This is what we're going to do. We're going to remove this wall and part of this wall. Frame up a wall here, remove this, add this, and this is what we're going to be. In the guest bedroom, it's going to be a little closet, master bedroom, big closet. I'm going to put some shelving right here. It was going to be a dresser, but you'll see I changed that, and I'm going to put shelving here and here, dress hang here, double shelf here. It's going to look beautiful, but this should be a beautiful walk-in closet to make this an actual master. The first thing I'm going to do is remove everything from the inside of the closet, including this stuff, and remove the door jamb and the trim. This is my guest closet, and check this out. This is a little house hack. I put all my internet equipment at the top of my guest room closet so that's out of the way and I never have to mess with it. Pretty much everything in my house is wireless. Actually, not pretty much. Everything in my house is wireless, so I don't have to worry about that. If you do that somewhere in your house or in a closet especially, the lights, and it won't mess with you and it will be out of your way. And it's in my guest room. I never have to worry about it. I'm actually going to leave that up there. As you saw in my plans, this whole wall is going to be shelves, and I'm going to try to save this drywall because I don't need to redo this. I'm going to cut it back somewhere in this area and then save this drywall and not move it. I don't care at all about saving this trim, but I want to save this jamb on the inside because I'm probably going to reuse it. The closet is clear and all the trim is off. My next major step that I have to do, I'm going to do a few things first, but my next major step that I have to do is to remove the drywall, at least all the drywall on this side, and that's going to be kind of a messy process. And this, I'm standing right now in my master, in my bedroom, and I know there's going to be some dust and some drywall dust that comes this general direction, and I don't want to get that all over anything. So I'm going to try to prevent that as much as possible. I know it's not going to be prevented 100% because I don't have like super nice plastic, zippered protective sheets, but I'm just going to put a plastic 1 mil drop cloth right here on this side and on the guest room side to do my best to prevent everything in each room from getting completely covered with drywall dust or sawdust or anything like that. As you can see right now, I'm in my master closet, and there is the plastic behind me. This is going to keep all the dust from going that direction. Next, is one of the best parts, is demo. I'm going to demo all the drywall on the wall in here. I'm going to keep the stuff on the ceiling. I don't need to take that down, just the drywall on the wall here first, and then I'll move to the next side. I think whoever drywalled this house was on a budget because they didn't use very many nails. So as you know, on the other side here is my guest room. And this is going to have a little closet. And I'm not sure exactly how big I want it to be because I'm going to play by how I feel in that little closet. But I'm not sure if it's going to be 2 studs in width or it's going to be smaller. First, I'm going to cut the drywall on the other side of this second stud because maybe I don't have to move this one. And then I'll go over there and I'll see how it feels, and then we'll go from there. I'm now going to remove the studs that I do not need that are part of this dividing wall between closets. But let me note this. If you're doing this for yourself, double check and make sure that this wall that you're taking out is not a load-bearing wall. Same thing as well as this header right here in these closets. As you can see, there's a header right there and there's a header above me. You need to double check that these are not load-bearing walls before you mess with them. If they are, you need to figure that out. There's plenty of videos online to figure out how to move or adjust a load-bearing wall. But I know for a fact that these are not. So I'm going to remove these, and then I'm going to decide exactly how big I want this little closet to be. What's really nice is I got lucky with the placement of my networking equipment because I don't have to move it at all. All that is going to stay. Here's what I decided. I talked to the missus, because you always have to talk to the missus to get her opinion. We want this master closet to be as big as we can possibly get it. So in order for that to happen, we need this guest room closet to be as small as we can possibly get it. Well, here is my dilemma, okay? So this is the outside wall of the guest room closet, and here is a switch. This is a 3-gang box switch. So I know that I don't have a stud until right here. So technically I can take all this out and it's not going to matter. But this is a 3-gang box. I found that I can get a 3-switch switch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to condense all these into a single gang box so I can move my stud right here so that the door can go from here to about here, and I don't have to have the door go from here to even further, so that this closet can be as small as possible. So I'm going to cut the wall first, and then I'm going to worry about the electrical. I know I told you that I was going to turn this into a 3-way switch. I'm actually going to eliminate one of these switches, so I'm only going to turn it into a double switch. So this one is a switched outlet. It's just a random outlet in the room that's switched. I don't really need that. That was for back in the day when there was not overhead lights and there was like a lamp in the room. I'm going to get rid of this one. So I'm going to keep these two and turn this into a single gang box. Got the single gang box in. I need to get the correct switch. Got the stud in. I need to secure it at the top and get rid of this wire and pull it out in the attic. I know exactly how big this closet is going to be. Cut the drywall. I need to take out that stud. Need to put some more studs in there. Take out the bottom plate. Take out that stud. And take out the top plate. I'm going to go up in the attic and remove the insulation from that space because when I take out the top plate I don't want it to fall. And then I can frame in these walls, frame in this wall right here, and I can frame in this wall that goes right here, and then I'm going to frame in that wall that goes right there. Since I have concrete floors, I need to make sure that I use a treated 2x on the bottom. Back when this house was built, they didn't use treated 2x. They just put a tiny little piece of insulation below the regular 2x4, but I'm going to use treated 2x4, that way I don't have to worry about it. I am done with framing. So happy, ready to drywall. Wall's completely done. This wall, going to my master, done. I put some boards exactly where I know the double hang is going to go and where I know the dress hang is going to go, so that there is meat anywhere in the wall where I decide to screw or to nail. That way I do not have to worry about hitting a stud, and that's going to go a lot quicker. A little bit of prep work in the beginning now makes the later so much easier. Next I've got to do is I'm going to move this light, move that light right there, and then time for some drywall. I am now ready for drywall, as I just told you. And guess what? I've got my first piece up. It's not all the way screwed in, but it doesn't have to be. I've got it up. So, putting drywall up, then taping mud. I've got to tell you right now, and I've got to ask, please do not judge my drywall skills, especially my mudding skills. I hate drywall. I hate doing it, but got to do it because I want to do this cheap, but I'm going to do it right. As you can see, drywall and mudding is complete. Now don't look too close because I'm not very good at this. I'm not a professional, but I gotta say, I did the best that I've ever done on this job before. I'm gonna post a couple links down below of this guy, my favorite guy to take drywall and mudding tips from, so you can learn as well. Let me tell you, the best advice that helped me is to pretend that you are not allowed to sand at the end. So the more layers and the more thin coats, the better, and just be patient. I did lots of coats, more than any professional mudder would ever do, but I got it done. So right now, I'm about to get ready to put shelves up so I can prime and then paint, because I'm going to do shelves and all the wood and everything in here before I prime and paint, because I want them to be built-ins. So now I'm going to mark all my walls where everything's going to be, so when I cut the wood, I don't have to level anything. I can just come in and nail it. So as you remember, I put backer boards in the back of these walls at 40, 80 inches, and 64 for this dress hang over here. So that's going to help a lot. And I've got some containers in here, as you can see right here. And my wife and I, we were just trying to figure out what's the best situation to do over here. So I was going to do a dresser, or a built-in dresser, but I'm not going to do that anymore. We're just going to do shelves, and we're just going to put some sort of container in here. So I've still got to figure out the exact height of what I want. I've got all my lines drawn. It was really easy to find and mark my studs. Now it's time to measure and make some cuts. I've cut all my supports from scrap plywood. And all I'm going to do is glue them to the wall, take my finish gun with 2.5-inch nails, and go directly into the studs, but the glue should hold it plenty if I cannot go into the studs. Now the main support brackets are done. The downs for the clothes rod support brackets have not been completed yet. I have not purchased those brackets yet, so I don't know exactly how far down I want to take those. So I'm going to put some shelves in here now, and then go from there. the shelves are installed, they're glued up, they're set. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill all my holes and prep for paint. So I've got regular sandable, stainable wood filler. This is just I love this wood filler. It just comes in a big case. It's the biggest case that comes in my local hardware store that I'm going to use for anything that's up front that's going to be messed with and touched. It's going to be stronger. So for example, on these shelves, these holes I'm going to fill with wood filler. But I've also got spackling that I'm just going to use to fill the holes that are in back. I'm not going to use the wood filler on everything because the spackling is much easier to sand than the wood filler. I've also got my nail set and a hammer just in case there's any. I know there's a few finish nails that I need to put in all the way. Something I would like to point out. This plywood has a good side and a bad side. For example, this good side is up. This is the third shelf from the bottom because when I'm standing on the ground, this is the side I'm going to be looking at most. This good side is up because that's about eye level. But this one, this top shelf, this good side is down because I'm going to be staring at the bottom of this shelf most of the time. This is about eye level what I'm looking at. So I want to see the pretty side at all times, and I want everybody else to see it as well. So that's why I put the good side down. All of my nail holes are now filled with either wood filler or spackle. Now I'll wait overnight for this to completely dry, then I'll sand it, and then I'm going to caulk all of my seams, and then I'm ready to prime. I am now ready to prime. Let me show you one of my favorite painting products. This is called tape and drape. So tape and drape comes with a piece of tape applied to one end with a tarp that's, I don't know the exact dimensions. It's, I'd say about 16, 17, 18 inches wide, and you put down the tape and then you fold out the tarp, which is also called drape, but not very much, covered this entire closet, and I don't have to worry about stepping around, moving a tarp or anything like that. Tape and drape, it's pretty cheap. I think this was under $5 for a lot, and it lasts me a long time. I am using Kills primer, great stuff, just for the first coat. Then I'm going to do a finish coat, and I think the closet will be great. I didn't show you my paint process because in reality you don't need me to show you my paint process. Painting is painting. Here it is. Here is the finished product. It's all painted. It is ready for hangers and rods. Check this out. It is complete. I am ready to put stuff in this closet. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show it to my wife. I have not trimmed baseboard or done any case right here on this door, but I will do that later because I'm going to do the whole house at once. But for now, this is done. Oh yeah. Time to clean and then get some stuff in here. Oh yeah. So this is how the shelving turned out. It turned out actually really nice. And here it is with our stuff on it. So you can see I have a couple bins. I have a bin there on the bottom and a couple on top. I measured specifically to be able to put some cloth bins in there as well. And I just like to fold my sweatshirts and put those right there on the shelf. So this worked out perfectly. Now here's our hanging section finished. And here's our hanging section with all our clothes and all our storage and all our bins in it. We don't need a huge master closet. And this was perfect for what we needed, especially in this house. So what you're seeing right now is a walkthrough that I did with my wife and my kids when we moved from this house. Regretfully, we were in a time crunch to move out of this house and complete this house before it was being sold, and I did a couple projects without filming them in depth. So right here is the master bedroom, and here's some board and batten I did on the wall with just plywood. That was a fun project, and I think it turned out really, really good. Tell me what you think down in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion on this. Right here you can see what I ended up doing with the framing of this closet door. I did not end up putting a door on it. We didn't want a door. We knew that we wouldn't want to continually open and close the door. It was no big deal to have that just open from our master bedroom into this closet. It was not like a lot of people were going to be in our room hanging out, and I was afraid for them to see inside our closet. That was not a thing. So we didn't end up putting on a door on there, and we left it as a cased opening just like that. And you can see down there next to my son's foot, you can see the trim. It's just regular 1x4 trim that I made myself out of plywood.
Yes, you have to in order to support all of the things.
Here's another shot. I know these are not great pictures, but there's another shot of the base in the closet. Trim in a house really ties everything up and makes everything look good, so I'm glad I did it, and I'm glad I completed this to make this look that good.
I didn't.
Okay.
You guys did so much stuff in here.
We did. We did a lot.
Again, we do not live at this house anymore, and this house we ended up making a good profit on, and we're very, very thankful that we lived there when we did. As you can see, my master bedroom looks a little bit different right now. This was really not that difficult. If I can do something like this, you can do something like this. So if you're inspired, go do it. Good luck. If I can do it, you can do it. Good luck.